Hello everybody and welcome! Welcome to today, the 14th of September. Can you believe it's almost over? Big Brother 21 live feed updates. For today and kind of yesterday as well, because, well, you know, it takes us like a day or two now to get enough of stuff to talk about because there's just a whole lot of sleeping happening on those feeds. But they're still up and they're allowing us to watch that. We do, though, have some exciting things to talk about. It turns out that Big Brother lied to us. There is a returning player coming this season, and they were already in the house. Ooh. We will find out, was there really a Holly deal? Why is Cliff an idiot? Today? Question mark. And more, all on today's live feed update show, so let's jump into it. But first, let me remind all of you that if you've missed any of our past shows, you can check them out at yourrealityrecaps.com/bb21. We're also coming into the final days of Trash Drafts, so find out where you placed. I know I'm not in first, so I don't care, but maybe you are. Go ahead and check. Of course, you can also get the spoiler graphics, flashback times, which by the time you're watching this, I will hopefully have them all updated and current. And of course, all of our content for all the previous seasons of Big Brother and other shows like Survivor, Bravo shows, Housewives, Amazing Race. You guys know the deal. Of course, we are live right now on TV Co, so make sure that you follow us here, or if you're in the future, go and follow us there so that you're alerted every time we go live. We're live every day on TV Co talking BB21, and we're also live every day on You Now talking reality TV and hanging out, and it's almost time for holiday shows. So make sure you follow us in both places if you want to catch us live every single day. I mean, we're also live on Twitch, but that's for gaming people, and I feel like they just find us naturally, and I don't need to promote that. But we are on there every day live too. Lastly, if you want to help support our shows, consider becoming a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You get access to the patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways, weekly shows, John's cooking shows, weekly meal kit giveaways, the after shows with the BB21 house guests. They'll be live here for all of you to watch, and then when the show ends, we take the after show to the patron group, and that's where we spill the tea. Of course, you can always do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal, or if you have any Amazon shopping to do, use our Amazon link, because that's very helpful too. And thank you, as always, for sharing our stuff on social media. It really means a lot to me when you guys share our stuff, like it, and put it places you haven't seen it before. And make sure you're subscribed on YouTube and in iTunes and those places. So very helpful. I already see that Penelope in the chat is saying that Sam is a hypocrite and he's a slug for liking tweets bashing Kemi. I have heard about this latest Twitter development. I have heard that Sam has been liking tweets about voting for Kemi for America's Favorite Player. Now, I did not see these bashing ones specifically, which you are talking about. The only one that I saw was one that Sam liked where the person said something like, if you want to vote for Kemi because you liked her, that's great. But don't just vote for her if you're trying to send a message that you didn't like the cast or something. So that's the only one that I saw Sam like, but he could have liked more. I'm not really up on what Sam's doing at the moment on Twitter. I gotta be honest. I'm not up with the comings and goings of Sam. Here's what I will say. And I don't like it. I know that you guys love it, but I don't like it. But I know that you guys all love it. I mean, I'm here for a little bit of it. But I'm not here for a whole bunch of it. But I will say, you do know that postseason BB21 is going to be drama to the levels of BB15 postseason drama, right? Oh, it is. These people are gonna be holding some grudges. And these people got some stuff they gotta air out. And it's still being aired out. It just doesn't, it's just, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting BB21 postseason. But here's the thing, everyone. Again, you're not gonna like it. I would encourage all of you to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. In other words, don't fuel their fires. You can sit back and watch the fire like, ooh, this is fun. Let me toast a marshmallow. But you don't have to be like, hey, here's this video clip, gasoline on the fire. Hey, did you see this clip? Gasoline on the fire. Because just be careful. Sometimes there's blowback and you get burned. The fire is going to happen with or without you. I'm just saying. And remember, happy house guests do shows. Happy house guests do shows and aren't afraid to go on and talk about their Big Brother experiences because they're terrified that they'll be destroyed on social media if they do. I'm just saying, help me help you, is what I'm saying. Twitter will be more fun than the feeds. I have a feeling it will be. I have a feeling we're going to have a battle royale like we've never seen before when these people get out of the house. It should be interesting. But we need to talk more about what is going on in the house since our precious double eviction, since our precious ending of last week's show. So, if you guys did not tune in, as I say, we're live on TV Co. and YouNow every single day. So, after Thursday night's episode, we went live on YouNow to watch the epic conclusion of the HOH competition. Such an easy competition, which has brought out such suspense and drama in the community. I already was bracing myself. I was like, here we go. We're going to have the whole Tyler thing again. It's going to be, was somebody's foot on the plate? Was somebody's foot off the plate? They should be disqualified. Julie's going to come on Thursday night and disqualify them. And then someone else is going to get to it. And it's going to, oh, I love a circle disc spinning comp. It's my favorite. So, literally the show ends. We have credits coming up. I'm clicking the go live button. This is like real time. I'm clicking the go live button. I open up the chat room. Hi everybody, welcome. I'm gonna be right back. 1 second, but hold on. Click, pull up the feeds. Feeds have now come up. We see a rotation going around of Cliff on and Nicole on, and I'm clicking I'll be right back to put that on. I'll be right back, and then the rotation goes around one more time and Cliff's not there anymore and it's just Nicole. Nicole won. 30 seconds. Comp lasted 30 seconds. Now, again, I apologize. This was my fault. As I have already explained to several of you on previous shows, you are all aware that if I get up and leave during our live watching of an endurance comp, somebody will fall. What I did not plan on was that if I would have put up my I will be right back before we actually get into watching the competition, that would void the whole competition instantly and everyone would fall. I mean, it's a good power to know for the future, but I do feel like it's my fault. We were all just dumbfounded. And we knew that some sort of a deal had to be made. Because there was no way that Holly couldn't last and Cliff couldn't last for 30 seconds. I mean, granted, it was spinning for, let's say, I guess 10 minutes prior. What would you say, the last 10 minutes of the show that started? So the comp lasted 10 minutes and 30 seconds. I think, you know, we say it only lasted 30 seconds because all we got to see of it was 30 seconds. But in reality, I guess that was like 10 minutes and 30 seconds. So we were speculating that some deal must have been made. What could have possibly happened? It turned out there was a deal made, and we will get more into that as we get into our clips. Cape Wendy says it's all your fault. It lasted less time than Nick lasts. Okay. And now Holly is full of regret. Oh, Holly is on the wambulance. She is driving the wambulance all around the Big Brother house, and you can hear her from a mile away. But we'll get into it. First, okay, so we know that Nicole won. So Nicole is hysterical crying and is all like, oh my god, I won. And it was really weird too, because Jackson was very laid back about the whole thing. Jackson was just kind of like sitting back and he's like, it means you won. It means you won. Nicole, you won. You can get off. Like, normally I would have expected to see Jackson, like, jumping up and down and filled with excitement and, like, oh my god, we did it, oh my god, way to go, Nicole. Like, the way we've seen him so super excited in the past when situations like this have occurred. But, oh no, he just didn't really seem to be that into it. I actually have the clip for you right here of the moment we came back from feeds. So, here we go. See? Spinning. Jackson's just kind of sitting there. Hold on, let me pull it down a little bit.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're giving me an extra round.
Clip is down.
Are you guys serious?
You just won.
You just won.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Are you guys serious?
Well, yeah, whatever. It's a Final Four HOH win. I don't know if anybody cares. I mean, I'm happy. We're all thrilled for Nicole. But, I mean, look at Jackson. He's just like, okay, Nicole won.
Oh my god.
I'm kind of
Oh, they're
confused.
giving me an extra round.
I'm gonna pretend to smile.
Wait, are you guys serious?
You just won.
Oh, well.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Are you guys serious?
Yeah, we're serious, Nicole. There's only two people, and there's only two people that can fall, and they fell, and you're the one that's up. So we're super serious here, Nicole. I don't get why there was such a I mean, I get why there was such a lack of enthusiasm from Jackson, because obviously he was expecting Holly to win that. We also kind of feel like, from watching on the feeds, that perhaps Jackson didn't know at this point there was a deal. I feel like this is the part that we're all still kind of confused on, as to whether Jackson knew 100% that there was a deal at this point or not. But we will hear Nicole, when she comes down right now, mention or say to Holly, like, I kept my word.
Good job, Nicole.
Nicole.
Hold on. Let me put it back on you.
Okay, put it back on her. I should really get me out of the way.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
Love it, girl.
she's gonna go to Holly next.
Thank you. This is my word.
See, I kept my word.
Not our Tom.
So, I know a lot of people say that that was Nicole saying, I kept my word. I really think it was Holly saying, I kept my word. Because apparently she kept her word to fall. Jackson told Holly it was better to throw it the night before. Yeah, but that was the night before all of the fighting and drama happened. I have a feeling that during the massive chaos eruption fight that we will see tomorrow night on the show, I'm pretty sure Jackson updated that conversation and said, oh, we're in trouble, you better win. My whole life is in your hands. What does Holly get for throwing that comp? One-way ticket to jury? I don't know. We don't know why Holly would have honored this deal. I mean, unless she thinks along the same thought process that we were all thinking, that I was concerned about when it came to Nicole last week. Like, do you make the move when you still have other options to go down? Or do you make the move, quote unquote, early and potentially lose the jury vote from 2 people? So maybe Holly was thinking, if I were to go back on the deal that I made with Nicole right now, if Jackson or I lose power of veto, it's very easy for them to, evict me for going back on my word, and I could lose my jury vote the jury vote from them for going back on my word. It's really the only thing that I can think of. Because I don't know why she would have needed to honor this deal. You made it to finale. Like, the goal is making it to finale. This is the comp for you to make it to finale. To have your chance to play in the actual only competitions that really matter all season to win your $500,000. All you had to do was do good on this one to get into it. And you threw it. So I don't get it. But I guess we'll see. I think it's going to be a very bitter. They're all going to be very bitter. But I think in order to understand more what is going on, we need to have a little bit more insight on what happened during the fight. Now, we're never going to get that time back because CBS hates us. And they won't block the feeds for them sleeping all day like today, but they will when drama happens. So we can only try and put together what actually happened based on the retells of it. So this is kind of one of the first retellings that we have of what went on while the feeds
like
were
instant
out.
gut, no questions asked.
Yeah.
Like
Tommy, Christy.
Yep, me and Cliff walked in and I'm like, Tommy Christy's like, yep, we're doing it. And that,
Yep,
there was
we're
no
doing it.
question asked. And I said that to
Yeah.
you guys. It wasn't like in the boardroom like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know you guys, what am I like I was like,
Dip.
goodbye, walk out. I'm going after not going after, but Tommy and Christy and that was
Right.
that.
You were going
There was no
after them,
question.
you're allowed to
And
say it.
even when I won this veto, granted obviously I was nervous with Cliff on the block, anybody
Mm-hmm.
would be, but it wasn't a question until you're like, oh wait, there is this opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I am talking to Tommy. Oh
Oh,
wait,
wait.
Tommy's telling me this. Oh.
Oh, wait, I gotta make sure that I make the deal with Tommy first because I don't fully trust Cliff, but I don't want to say that out loud, so I gotta make sure that I get my deal in before Cliff starts talking, tries to stab me in the back. Oh.
Oh crap! Are we gonna be screwed over?
Right.
Okay, maybe I should shoot before I'm gonna get shot. Like, you know,
Right.
that's
Yeah, and that's the thing is that at no point have we ever even contemplated truly.
Yeah.
No.
Never
Never.
wavering
Never wavering.
And
or
I
contemplating
guess during
wavering.
the first argument, I wasn't passionate about it, and one because I didn't want to come across as a bully. But
This is actually interesting, so keep this in mind. This is going to give you like some good perspective for when we're watching on Sunday what Nicole's thinking. So, okay, Jackson is saying, I didn't want to come across as a bully during the fight.
two, it never crossed my mind that y'all wouldn't believe me.
Right?
You know what I mean? And then when I came in here, I was like, holy shit, they're about to evict Holly. This
Yep.
is literally about to happen.
but this was the best thing that could have happened was the bathroom conversation.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
had
That not happened.
no offense, Holly, like had you been like, oh my god, I can't believe this, okay, and walked away,
Yeah.
me and Cliff would have been like, all right. Like,
And if
yeah.
I would have come,
I love how Nicole was just like, because, like, no offense, Holly, you were going home. It's really good that you followed. Now, Jackson is going to explain what the bathroom conversation was in 1 second, but I like how Nicole was just like, no offense, Holly, you were going.
in here and
I
heard
think
that,
you're
and
like,
like,
no,
well, it's a
no,
different.
you're like,
Yeah.
why?
I actually
I was
walked
just
away.
like, but I know like my actions. I know what I've done, and like this just isn't. I was like, no, this is not right.
And I said one thing. I was like, whatever, it's fine. I mean, no, it is what it is. And I walked away, and then I took like 3 steps, and I was like, no.
It's not.
No, it's not all right. It's not, it is what it is. No. And I came back, and that's when everything happened.
And even then, like, you know, Tommy wasn't really giving detail or
Yeah.
defending or looking at me and Cliff. It was
Yeah.
more like a, oh darn,
Oh, shit.
I
Yeah.
forwarded
Oh
it.
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right, well, let me say something about this first. So, number one, I do have to hand it to Jackson here, because this is what I've been saying all along this week that would annoy me, you know, regardless of it being Jackson or anything, whoever it was. If I was playing Big Brother and we had a deal that we were keeping each other safe to Final Four, I understand that you have to ride a fine line of, I can't make the people too angry because I don't have power, and that's, you know, what dictates a lot of stuff in the house. But specifically in their case, in either direction, like from Holly or Jackson or Cliff and Nicole, if any of them were going to go against the other ones, I would be like, we had a deal. This is not okay. I don't understand why you're talking to Tommy. I don't understand what you're considering. We had a deal. So if the fact that you're even considering your other options, to me means nothing that we have said to each other matters. And just understand that going forward, I'm not honoring one thing I've said to you. I'm not giving you my jury vote because you're just changing what you agreed on based on being in power. That's just what would annoy me if I was any of those people in either direction. It just so happened it was Nicole and Cliff that were doing it, but I never understood why Jackson and Holly did not go with that approach a lot earlier. Again, watch yesterday's show, or the last live feed update show, if you want to know what Holly's campaigning was more like. Spoiler alert, guilting. Guilting. They don't owe Old Buzzard anything. Didn't Snackson tell her to play BB after the lie about Tommy? Oh, let's play BB after the lie about Tommy? Yeah, I'm not saying anybody owes anybody anything. I'm just saying, if I was in this game and people that I had to deal with, whatever the deal, doesn't even matter that it's an up to a Final Four deal. Like if I just had to deal with somebody in Big Brother and I was doing stuff to work towards the goal of our deal, and then all of a sudden they got power and were considering other deals, I would personally be like, then what was the point of our deal? Okay, you don't want to honor the deal anymore. Noted. Go ahead. Game on. So now you're going against me. I'm not saying it's right or a good way to play. I'm just saying it's probably how I would handle it. Now, here's the second part of their conversation, which is the part where I say it's kind of interesting a little bit to have an insight to what Nicole is going to be thinking about during this fight. So she was just saying, you know, you came into the bathroom, you were saying, no, it's not all right. You were getting very passionate, Jackson, but Tommy was just kind of sitting back and saying nothing. Okay. Let's keep listening to the last of what Nicole says here.
He's getting passionate now. Holly's getting passionate now. Crap. Because I think in the kitchen, he was the most passionate one, and that's why he was the victor. He seemed like he was victorious, and he. So we know right here at this point, Nicole truly believed Tommy in the kitchen. So it seems like there was the fight in the kitchen, which was what we saw the preview of. Then apparently later on, they were in the bathroom. That is when Jackson went with my approach of this is not okay, and began flipping out about it. And that is apparently what changed Nicole and Cliff's minds. Well, really Cliff's mind. Here, I think when you saw how passionate you two were, he was like, shit.
And like all of that sunk in there, I was so like overwhelmed with everything too that I was like having a hard time like even comprehending things, and I was like, I don't even know what to say or chime in, and I'm not good in like those kind of dynamics either. So I also just
what dynamics
there
are you good in, Holly?
And in my mind, I was thinking, say less is the best route. You don't want to be an asshole. You don't want to be loud and obnoxious. You don't want to look like Nick with Dick and Christy and be like, I know how people are looking at Nick, like, oh, damn, this guy. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to look like that.
It's funny,
but that's my personality.
Yes,
that's me.
My personality, I felt like he was more like so frustrated because he knew his truth that he was getting angry. Yeah. And yes, he lost a little bit of control, but that was more genuine to me than sitting cross-legged sipping tea.
question. Is Tommy losing control like a dance number? Because that's how I imagine it. I mean, I don't know most people. Again, if you watch that Tommy clip, he was like, I didn't do this to anyone. It didn't do it to you. I just feel like that's ridiculous, and that is not how anybody would handle that situation unless they were going into full-on dance routine. Like, I didn't do it to you. I didn't do it to you. I wouldn't betray you. You know I wouldn't do it to you. Like, and it is the failure of Tom. By the way, it is the giant flaw of Tommy's game, personally, I feel, is that he was such an over-the-top, like, personality of attention seeking. He always was so dramatic about everything, which, by the way, makes great TV and great feeds. The problem is, then when the time came that he was actually being sincere, it just seemed over-dramatic and fake, like everything else. That's the problem with Tommy's game. Because if he would have held back on his dramatics during the season when they weren't really that necessary, I think it would have made what we'll see on Sunday a bit more believable to Nicole and Cliff, is what I'm saying. But that is him, and he was being real. I know, I agree. That is his personality. But it's an over-the-top, I think, version of his personality. And as it should be, because I think Tommy, as an actor, understands that he's on television. And he is specifically trying to be over the top to make it entertaining. So, just is what it is. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how he reacts in real life. Look, again, if you've been watching his family on Instagram, which you should, I think that might be how they all act in real life. Okay, let's see the end of what Nicole said.
It was like there's no way they're gonna believe him. Like there's no way. I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm not even gonna entertain this anymore. Like this is ridiculous.
And plus, she said it to me after the fact, Christy. She was like, "Oh, I freaking loved that fight. I just sat there, and I never drink tea, and I'm sitting there sipping my tea. Oh, I loved it.
It was so,
and that's what was in my head when you were sitting there.
So
I
that
was
didn't
like,
even
oh my
cross
God,
my mind.
he's pulling a Christy.
And then when he made it personal, he's like, I think everyone here deserves the money, except you.
Well, that's what I said next.
That's when I just was like,
ooh, burn Tommy. Burn Tommy. So apparently, well, you just heard it. Tommy said, I think everyone in here deserves the money, except you, Jackson. Now, I would say Jackson deserves the money most of all because he has a lot of watermelon to buy. Watermelon is not cheap. It is out of season now. It is going to be quite expensive for him to keep up this supply of watermelon that he likes to eat.
No, I'm going to bite my tongue. I'm done here. I was like, they're going to decide what they want. In my mind, I was like, there's no way they're going to believe him. And then when I came in here and y'all were like, you're going to I was like, no, this is not happening. Like, this can't be happening. Yeah.
So,
oh my goodness.
After the fight, that to me is confirmation, or at least after the kitchen part of the fight, Nicole and Cliff told Holly and Jackson, we're evicting Holly. We believe Tommy, or we're going with Tommy. We're going to evict Jackson. We're going to evict Holly. And then Jackson did his whole, no, you're not. We had a deal. What are you talking? And it turned into another big argument in the bathroom. And apparently the details of that argument in the bathroom is eventually what convinced Cliff to keep Holly. Now, see, it's hard for me to argue the point without watching it yet, but I'm just saying, I don't think Cliff needed any convincing. In my personal opinion, Cliff has wanted Tommy gone the entire time. We have heard Cliff say this several times over the past 2-3 weeks that Tommy would be his target if he won HOH. He did not trust Tommy. He saw Tommy as a bigger threat. He wanted Tommy out of this game. What I think Cliff was actually worried about was not looking to America like he is going against what Nicole wants. So I really think Cliff was just looking for anything to happen, any opportunity, anything that he could use to justify making Nicole like change her mind. Making, Nicole want to go the other way, then have concrete evidence that he can point to, like, oh, well, it's because of this, and he did this, and we have to do this, like, this is why we have to keep Holly. This, like, I'm not going against you, Nicole. I'll do whatever you want. Obviously, I have your, I'm sorry, that's not Cliff. Obviously, I have your back, Cole. Obviously, I have your back, and I'll do whatever you want. Whatever you want. I'll do it all. Cole, but I'm just saying, Tommy's gay, and I learned 3 things. If you live in Texas, you know 3 things, Nicole, and it's that a gay person is evil, you don't let a gay person come up behind you, and that gay people will go to hell. So, Cole, I'm just saying we gotta get rid of him. Yeah, it's Tex. See him lie? Did you see him lie? So, yeah, I don't think Cliff was on board for 1 second ever really getting out Holly. Because I think Cliff, like most of us, or half of us, definitely me, saw Holly as an easier person to beat going into HOH, as well as Holly and Jackson easier to compete against in POV versus Tommy in an HOH, and Tommy and Jackson in a POV. And I think Cliff realized that, and Cliff wants his best chances. And by the way, I know we're giving Cliff shit, as he should. If it was anybody else in that position that wasn't so pandery to America that we all don't seem to not really love, that was what was best for Cliff's game. Cliff should be trying to set himself up for the best position that he can be in. Jen says, Nicole understood Tommy was better for her and Holly was better for Cliff, and she wants Cliff in the final too. Sure, I just don't get Nicole's logic there, or if she really truly felt that way. I don't understand how she could think that Holly is good for Cliff, but not good for her. I don't get it. Yeah, at least that's what she said. So that was kind of the conversation, like I said, leading or with some more detail about the fight that happened. So that's just, I thought, would be a little interesting nugget for us to take into Sunday. Now, then this happened. Now we can only assume, we can, I believe the conversation we're going to hear Cliff reference here was one that we didn't see. We have seen variations of Cliff making deals to get himself to the final 2, or to get himself to the final 3, or to make Jackson feel like he is more on his side than Nicole is on his side. We have seen Cliff wheeling and dealing subtly at points. However, this has apparently weighed on Cliff's mind way too much the other night. Cliff was in the GR the other night, and then he came out of the GR and everyone was around the table, and Cliff was like, y'all, I can't eat. I'm just too sad. This game has taken a toll on my heart. Yeah, it has. I'm sad. I miss my wife. I even miss that little hobo Tommy. I do. Okay, I'm sad. I'm so sad. I'm sad. Anyway, let's eat. What you make for me, little ladies? So apparently it's been weighing on his mind. And he needs to sit down with Jackson to get something off of his chest. I'm just gonna wait to rage about this in a moment. I'm gonna be more mad about Cliff's game than Cliff is mad about Cliff's game. So listen to this little, just amazing nugget of a conversation.
Awkward.
So awkward.
About the agreements we made yesterday. It's man to man.
Okay, I want to talk to you about the agreements we made yesterday, man to man.
And make sure we understood everything because it was flustered, rushed around.
No, I totally get it.
Rushed,
I
flustered.
can tell when you're thinking.
Yeah.
And I thought it was about the money.
No, I don't care. I mean, sure, I care about it.
But I was like,
it's more, I don't want to get a situation where somewhere down the road, someone is accusing someone of something that creates a division between us.
Right.
I would rather make sure we know what we know now and all that.
yeah.
Okay, so I enjoyed so far. I'm on Team Cliff. He's like, let's sit down and talk man to man and re-talk about the agreement that we had earlier. Just want to make sure that the details are sure ironed out. Don't want them getting out of our hands like a slippery pickle with a little bit of oil, and you try and grab the pickle and you can't because you got the oil on your hands and you're like, what was the deal? What was the deal? I don't know. So I just want to sit down and man to man. I want to just talk to you and let's just iron out the deal. Okay, man to man. Let's go now.
Before the vote, we'd agreed Holly was going to throw the comp, and that you were going to take either Nicole or myself, whoever didn't make it to the final three.
Right.
Okay, so there we go already. So now we know, before the competition, it was agreed that Holly would throw the HOH. I'm assuming this is as good as confirmation as we're gonna get before actually watching it, if they show it at all. But okay, deal was made, so fact, Holly threw it. I mean, super obvious. I mean, we all knew that, but still. Okay.
Holly was going to throw the comp, and that you were going to take either Nicole or myself, whoever didn't make it to the final three.
Right.
We followed that up with the conversation that adding on to that agreement, if I took you to the final two, in exchange, you would take me to the final two. Or
Right.
that-
Yeah.
But
Okay, very important part here. Cliff just said, in addition to that, if I took you to final two, you would take me to final two. Now that was just Cliff's words that came out of his face about what he said to Jackson. So you just said, my words were, if I take you to final two, you got to agree to take me to final two. Okay? That was your words, Cliff. Okay, let's keep going.
I don't want them to hear that. I know. Because I don't want Nicole to hear that or for Holly to hear that. But my personal relationships are different from my game.
Okay, so Jackson is like, I don't know why you're talking so loudly. We don't want the Holly and Nicole to hear what we're saying. Hello? We don't want them to know that's what we're doing.
But here's the deal. That was not reciprocal. I've made a promise to Nicole I would take her to the final two. And that's why it's been killing me all night long, because when you agreed to take me, I wasn't agreeing to take you.
Okay.
And I thought that was understood, but there's reasons that I'm not sure if that's the case or not.
Well, why would that not be the case, Cliff? 'Cause it's not what you fucking said? 'Cause maybe that's the reason he wouldn't think that. 'Cause it's not what you said. So just want to just make it very clear. Cliff just sat down Jackson and said to him, hey girl, remember when I told you that I was going to take you to final two and you're going to take me to final two? Well, by the way, that wasn't reciprocal. I mean, I know I told you that the words that I said were, if I take you to final two, will you take me to final two? Deal. But I think you might have gotten it confused. And Jackson's like, uh-huh. No, you got it confused. I don't know how I would have gotten that confused. And I just like the way that Jackson's like, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. I guess we're not, then, doing that deal. Now, what I think is that Cliff realized, oh shit, I'm gonna look horrible to America for going after Nicole. So now I gotta backtrack and make sure that it's obvious I'm not going after Nicole.
I thought that was understood, but there's reasons that I'm not sure if that's the case or not. And I would rather tell you now.
I thought you were saying yesterday that if it was down to 3, you would take me. No.
He was.
And that's why I want to clear it up.
Okay, I got you.
He wants to clear up that he's concerned now that it's gonna come out that that's what he said, and this whole time he's been pretending to be on Nicole's side. Yeah, so now he realizes that people are seeing what a slime scumbag he is. Yeah, so he's gotta take it back now. Okay, let's keep going.
I promised Nicole, and I'm not promising 2 people the same thing.
Yeah,
and
I get it. I appreciate the honesty.
I would rather apologize to you
It's
now.
okay. And don't apologize. I'm just glad, one, that you don't feel guilty anymore, and that
And 2, that you just gave me ability to send your ass out, which I was gonna do anyway, and not have to feel guilty about it. So really, thank you for taking away my guilt. Oh, 'cause guess what, dum-dum? We're all going after you, idiot.
you're aired it out. 2, this is a game, and if you made a promise to Nicole, I get it. So don't sweat it.
But because I want to make sure we're clear, I mean, if that was part of it, that would make that.
Okay, now, I just want to make it clear, because there have been times in the past where you look like you're a few grand short of a full box. You're a few tools short of a tool shed. The watermelon juice is making you is making you incompetent. It's giving you low sperm cell count, and it's affecting your brain muscles. Okay, so I want to be very clear. I'm not taking you, dum-dum. Okay, I just want to drive the point home. Not taking you, you big idiot. Who would have this conversation? We're almost done. We have like 30 seconds left. I have like 30 seconds left of Cliff doing one of the worst things he could ever do for his game. Hold on. Let's let him finish. Go ahead, Cliff.
Part of it that would make that part of the agreement.
No, if me, you, and Nicole were in the final 3, then I want to take you to the final 2.
Okay, but I've made a promise. I
understand.
I just wanted to make sure if it ever came down to me making a decision, the last thing I would want is you and me.
No, I get it.
About. Okay.
I get it. You're all good. Don't sweat it.
Good.
Don't sweat it.
Don't
You're all good. I know.
You're
Don't
all good.
2 men. And
flush it. Just flush it. It's all good.
Flush
I'm
it.
glad you said that, though, but I just don't want you. I could tell you were
Well,
stressing or upset about something.
it's because I treat these things seriously, and
And I'm gonna need you to take 2 steps over to the left, because I know that's the good camera. It's the good. Could you just step over 2 steps to the left? Okay, I'm gonna start over now. I'm gonna start over. It's because I care about Cole so much. I couldn't lie. Gotta protect my precious sweet Cole. I gotta protect you.
just wanted to make sure that we're all okay.
Yeah. No, I get it. And when you said it, I was like, I thought he was going to take Nicole. So I didn't necessarily, I did not.
Yeah. I gotta protect Nicole, okay? So just want you to know, I gotta protect Nicole, okay? You might be saying, how am I gonna protect Nicole when the season's over? I got a hole dug in my backyard. I got a big hole. I'm gonna take Cole, cause she's worried about how to get home, okay? So I'm gonna be like, Nicole, you gotta come in my car. I'm gonna bring you home. And then I'm gonna throw her in the trunk with some of the chloroforms. I'm gonna put her in the hole in my backyard. And me and the family are gonna have a Cole pet. So now you know why I'm trying to help her win. I need that Cole money for my Cole pet. Yeah. Cliff's an idiot. I don't understand what this achieved. I really don't understand the point of this. Let's just say Cliff actually wanted to clear his conscience here. Let's just say Cliff actually believes and felt the things that he's saying he feels. Why not wait till after POV to say it? To know if it's even a path you need. It might not even be in your hands. You might not even need to. And I get it. Saying something before there's a need to say it gives you a little bit more credit. That's not, that little bit more credit that you're going to get is not enough, I think, to make or break the jury vote. However, this conversation is enough to make or break your jury vote. Because now, Jackson doesn't have to honor dick worth of shit with you, and neither does Holly. Oh, and guess what? They're not. They're not. They're not honoring it now. You're going bye-bye. If Jackson or Holly wins, they're getting rid of Cliff. Which is, again, why I said keeping Holly was the best for Nicole's game last week, and ooh, I'm not there yet, but hold on. There was just a little bit of sweetness in the air about me being right, and I just wanted to savor it. Keeping their word to Nicole, bringing her to the end. And Nicole is in the exact same position she would have been either way. She still has to win the comp. Doesn't matter who the two people are. They could be lovers, enemies. It could be one person in production standing in a big meat suit. Doesn't matter. Nicole still just has to win that part 1 and then part 2. So might as well have stayed with the people that were going to definitely bring her there and throw a comp to help her get there. So much smarter. Thank you, Nicole, for being smart this week. I mean, it sucks that you had to go through that whole roller coaster all week, and it's probably hurt you a little bit. Well, I mean, it's probably hurt you a lot, but you made it at the right choice. I think Holly will evict Jackson. Oh God, no, she's not. Please. This is never happening. Holly is never, ever doing that. Nicole needs to win all comps from now on. Let's just be clear, there's 2 comps left. That one of them will play in if they win the first one. Technically 3 comps left, but you know what I'm saying. If you win the first one, you go to the third one. I mean, that's what they all have to do. They're all in the same boat. Here's what I also want to just say on a side note. I feel bad for Nicole. Watching, that clip back in the bathroom, I think Nicole's going to have a tough time when she finds out that Jackson lied to her. Because, Nicole has sent a lot of her friends out of this game. She was the most emotional sending Tommy out of this game. And I think she connects to Tommy in a close way, almost more so than anybody. I think because she is such a sensitive person, she's going to have a real tough time that she ended his game based on a lie. On a lie from somebody that she really trusted, especially because it's not even like it's a lie against somebody that she trusted, which ended the game of her friend. She was going to keep him. She was gonna do it. She was right there. And I think those are the things that haunt the players postseason. So I have a feeling I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that Nicole wins. Because I think if Nicole wins, that will trump the self-doubt and probably mental torture she'll put herself through if she doesn't and knows that she also ended Tommy's game because of that decision. But don't worry, Nicole. We'll be here to let you know that in reality, it is Cliff's fault. I don't know. It's not really Cliff's fault. So, the DR, Penelope says, in the DR, Jackson said after the Tommy episode, he was gunning for Boss Hogg and Nicole. After the Tommy thing. Well, I mean, right. We've already discussed that on these live feed update shows. Holly and Jackson made a bunch of plans before that fight happened. Remember, one of the plans were, and I think they did do this, that Jackson went to them and told them, I'm gonna go to Final 3 with you guys. I will cut Holly at Final 4. We played separate games. Do what was best for us. She's not what's best for me, blah, blah, blah. There was a lot of things that they were doing to try and manipulate them, knowing we're going to cut them. Because, again, Nicole and Cliff were stupidly tried to strike first and didn't keep it a secret, and then waited until it was too late to try and mend it. I always said this was a horrible move on Nicole's part. Now they have no reason to be loyal to you. And if you're really going to do it, tell them on Wednesday so that you have all day Wednesday and they can't block the feeds from us. And you have all day Thursday to get them back on your side. Don't wait until the last second like you did. Now, granted, I know that Jackson wanted it to be waiting until last second. Jackson's plan was, if there's going to be a blow-up, if there's going to be a house meeting, we need to hold that as long as possible, because the closer that it happens to the actual eviction is probably better for us. We want them to make an emotional decision. We don't want them to have time to think on it. So, again, smart move on Jackson's end. Nicole even said they might not be loyal anymore now after they found out. Well, right, and she's correct. Why would you? Why would they? Why? It isn't even about that at this point. Now they're at Final Four. Now they are at the point of what they promised to each other. This is the point where none of them, theoretically, should have hurt feelings if they go after the other one. There really is, nobody promising anything to anyone else. In fairness to Cliff, him saying to both of them, look, I'm going with Nicole to Final 2. You know that Nicole has said she's bringing Cliff to Final 2. We all know that Holly and Jackson are going to Final 2 together. They're all aware of it. It's just, if you didn't win the comp, if you didn't win HOH, and you didn't win POV, you're losing your partner right now. There is no other options. It's not personal. Whereas last week was personal. You didn't have to do it then. You didn't have to. So I want to believe that whatever happens this week isn't going to be taken so personal, but I'm sure Jackson and Holly are holding on to the, you were willing to do it to us last week. If they need justification for anything they do, they're just going to pull that out of their pocket. It is, but it is. It's Final Four, so it is every man for themselves at Final Four, 100%. Okay, so then we have, I'm trying to think what happened first. No, this did happen. So now we have Jackson, who has gone to meet with Holly, and Jackson is filling Holly in on what the conversation was like with Cliff and what the conversation was like with Nicole. Oh, you're not hearing it. Sorry. Sorry.
Wait, he would expect you to take him, but he would take Nicole.
Okay, hold on. I'll go back a
He said that
second.
he is going to take Nicole to the Final 2. final two, no matter what.
Why did he just tell you that?
I don't know.
Now, time out 1 second. Time out 1 second. I just want you to realize Holly literally just said, why would he tell you that? So I just want to make something very clear. This move is so incredibly stupid that even Holly picked up on it. This is such a bad move, Cliff, having that conversation, that even Holly recognizes it. Just letting you know there, Cliff. Just letting you know, buddy.
It doesn't change anything, because it's not like I was going to pick him over you anyways.
This morning, he asked me, he was like, I don't think I went in the storage room to get my stuff, and Nicole was in there, and so he came in, because he's like, can I talk to you really quick? Nicole was in there, and I was like, well, Nicole's in there, he's like, perfect. He's like, we were talking last night, and he's like, we don't think it's fair that we had you make this deal to not be able to play in the HOH and the veto. They're like, we just don't think that that's fair gameplay. And so to me, I was like, oh, great. Like, this is great. I thought they were going to leave it at that, and they said so. Like, we think, like, you should be able to compete with veto.
So jealous.
If you should win the veto, you take Cliff. And he said, so, if you guarantee that you'll take me, keep me safe to the 3, I'll let you compete.
Because in here, when we were trying to get you safe, he goes, if you
I'll
win the
explain it in a
veto,
second.
and it's between one of us and Holly, will you use the veto to keep us? I said, sure. But I'm not. I'm picky. You've never turned back on me.
Okay, so basically, I mean, the bottom line is this. They're both going after Cliff, but she's saying that Cliff and Nicole went to her in the morning and said, look, that deal wasn't really that fair, because the original deal apparently was that Holly would throw HOH as well as the POV. But now Cliff and Nicole went to her and were like, hey, we realize that's really not a fair thing to ask you to do. Instead, we just want to say, if you do win it, you gotta bring us. You gotta bring Cliff. So, like, we're not telling you, don't play. We're just telling you, play, and then if you win, you have to do what we want. Now, I don't believe this was when the feeds were down. This is when the feeds were down. So I don't believe we've saw this conversation. We're taking Holly's word for it that this is the way that it happened. And then we know all last night, as well as a little bit earlier this morning, Holly is now pissed off that she made this deal with Cliff and Nicole, specifically more so with Cliff. We have had Holly going around the whole entire house being like, I can't believe I was bullied into throwing the HOH. I was bullied. I would still be on that rope right now. It's not fair. I would be bullied. I was bullied by Nicole. Nicole's a bullier. Don't you love people that accuse you of being a bully when you're not actually doing anything that's bullying them in any way? It's like, Holly, you look stupid, and no one's buying it. In fact, everybody's just laughing at you about it behind your back. That's not bullying. She's playing the game of Big Brother. You took a deal. You, Holly, are responsible for your actions in the game. You did not take... You took the deal. You agreed to do this to buy yourself more time in the game. You had a choice. I can't stand when people try and be like somebody, like on the Real Housewives, when they're like, "You're bullying me," or on Big Brother when they're like, "You're bullying." It's a slap in the face to people that are actually bullied. You are playing a game, number one, that you agreed to play, number two, for money, number three, and you're aware of the rules. In no way are you being bullied, or is anything you're doing bullying somebody. You have a choice. All of you have a choice. You can leave if you want. You didn't have to play this game. You understood what the rules were before you came in. So you're not being bullied. Can't stand it. No one's bullying you, Holly. Nobody. Stop it. Just stop with it. But she won't. She just keeps going. Did you guys hear that? Nicole's bullying me. Excuse, I'm going to go into the GR now. I'm going to file a formal complaint. Hello, Mr. Producer. I just want you to know that Nicole has bullied me. Okay? She bullied me into throwing the comp, and I don't think that's fair. And then the producers were like, "We are talking about this season's Nicole, right? Just want to make sure we don't have the wrong Nicole. So I don't know what you're talking about. You seem a little unwell. Do we have Holly's pills, anyone? Is Holly on any special pills? Because I think she needs to take them. She's clearly unbalanced. Go sit on your stool. Isn't it time for your special shower, Holly? Holly, shouldn't you go up to your special shower now? Go cool off. Go. They like try and distract Holly with like a can with some coins in it. One of those like tin cans, like they rattle, like you know how you do that with a dog? You put the coins in the can, you shake it, and you throw it, and you can like distract your dog. Like that's what production does to get Holly out now. They like shake the can of coins. Okay, we got her distracted. Go ahead, go Holly, go, good girl, go Holly. Go outside, go see your friends. She's like, oh, I got off that now. Is there a special power? Is there a special power I could have? I don't know. Hypocrite Holly, the mean girl blow-up doll with the 100-layer painted face, says Melanie and not me. I definitely agree that Holly is a hypocrite in this game. I don't care how much makeup or not makeup she uses. I don't care. I don't like making fun of anybody for the way they look. They can't help it. I mean, except Maximus' mom. I'll call her a demon all day because she looks like a demon. So now we have Nicole from earlier. And by the way, I should have said this too. All of these clips are from our amazing live feed updaters, Miss Jenny Chowley on Twitter. Got them. You can check all of them out if you want to watch them back at any time by following at BB21 Live Feeds on Twitter. Now this clip I got just before the show started. I actually did not watch this clip yet. I don't know why it won't let... Okay, there we go. But apparently, this is Nicole upstairs in the HOH room. She is talking... Hold on, I'm just trying to fix it. She is talking to the cameras about why... about the HOH and how she's going to win the veto. But Cliff is also talking to the cameras at the same time. All right, let's watch this together.
One step at a time.
Okay, good girl.
What's the next step?
Step by step. Oh, I wish I had a hurrah. She could have been like, step one, hurrah. We could have done that. That would have been great. Anyway, should have watched the clip earlier.
Nicole wins this veto.
Mm-hmm.
But Nicole, you have safety. Yes, I know. I know that. But A, I want to build a resume.
Duh.
B, I want to ensure that Cliff is safe. And C, I want to have a say in who comes with us to Final 3. And that's what's happening right now. What's happening right now is
Yeah.
Nicole is winning this veto.
Good.
That's what's happening. That's
We
what's
hope.
up.
Yeah.
I already won it. I won it. I won it. It's happened. I won it.
I will say this is also very much, again, I know that there are a million reasons why we do not like Jackson. I am aware there are. And I am not giving him credit. I am just saying this is something that he told Nicole to do in the past. He has said, you need to go and say you won the thing. Not I hope I win it, not I want to win it. He was like, when you're talking to yourself, you tell yourself you won it. You tell yourself it's yours. You tell yourself there's no option, but you winning. Just saying, as much as Jackson is a demon devil who we hate and sometimes, there is something good that he's done, is that he has instilled some confidence in Nicole. She clearly looks up to him in certain areas of this game, and this is an example of one of the, I think, positive things that he has instilled in Nicole. Horribly lied to her and ruined Tommy's game, and is going to cause her lots of therapy bills after the season. But this moment right here is a positive that he's done.
And I'll be safe, Cliff will be safe, and we get to choose who we bring to Final 3.
Mm-hmm.
And mark my words.
Mm-hmm.
Mark my words.
I'm marking them.
It's going to be Cliff and I sitting in those final 2 chairs.
Oh man, if I would have listened to this before, I would have went like this. You ready? I would have went like this.
Words. Mark my words.
I'm gonna date Cliff when the season's over. Oh, god damn it, I meant Nick. I bet Cliff wishes it was.
It's going to be Cliff and I sitting in those final 2 chairs. There's nothing I would want more.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen.
Okay, we're waiting.
It is going to happen. I am hell-bent.
All right, Nicole, I believe in you. We all believe in you, Nicole. Okay, so that is Nicole having her last little pep talk to herself right before the feeds went down, probably now like an hour and a half-ish ago. So they are currently at this moment playing The Power of Veto. It's now 2 hours away. Okay, I would have loved if the feeds were going to come back while we were doing this show, but we're already almost an hour and 15 minutes in, and I doubt they are coming back anytime soon. But we do still have more that we can talk about. No, there wasn't really much that happened on the feeds earlier today, just a lot of sleeping. But here, to recap this part so that everybody gets it, here is what we kind of understand at this moment. So right now, before the results come back as to who won the most important POV of the season, this will literally decide, are Cliff and Nicole going into finale together, or are Holly and Jackson going into finale together? Obviously, we are all rooting for a Nicole and Cliff to be going in together versus a Holly and Jackson. But this is really such a pivotal moment in this game. Because again, there's not going to be any surprises. Like, this is it. We're going to know right now who's going into finale. And then we're going to pretty much know, based on who wins part 1 and part 2, or who's going into part 3, we pretty much know who they're going to take. There's no real surprises that are coming after this. This, I feel, is our last big, we're on the edge of our seats, we don't know what's going to happen, moment of the season. Once we know this bit of information, it's pretty clear to put together the rest of the season. Granted, no, we don't know who's going to win, but we know, based on who wins the final HOH, the final 3-part HOH, we know who they're going to take. It's not like there's going to be some big revelation of like, oh my god, all of a sudden Nicole decided to bring Holly. That's never happening. They're going to try and convince us it's going to happen. It's never happening. This is it. This moment right here, once we see who won POV, is our last big, I think, suspenseful shock of the season. It's all downhill from here, everybody. Thank God there's only a week left. Well, a week and like 2 days. And by the way, we're not going anywhere. We're still doing shows every single day of the week in both places, YouNow and TV Co. Except we'll be moving on to cover Survivor, Amazing Race, Housewives, The Challenge, and I forgot what the other one was. But we'll be covering 5 shows when Big Brother's over. Plus, we have all the postseason interviews. Just understand, we're not going anywhere. We're still live every single day of the week. So you don't have to go anywhere. We're still here for you. Okay, so, which Housewives? OC, and, I forget which one's starting. There's one that's starting again soon, but that will be the Housewives that we cover. But, back to Big Brother. Here's what our standing is before this POV. I just told you all of that, but, regardless, I feel Nicole will take Cliff to Final 2. If that's the way that it works out going forward, that is what she is telling us her plan is. Nicole brings Cliff to Final 2. Cliff, as far as he's telling everybody, if he wins out going forward, he is bringing Nicole to Final 2. Holly and Jackson, obviously, are bringing each other to Final 2. The only bit of drama that might be in here somewhere is, for whatever reason, Cliff still believes that there is a chance Jackson's bringing him. Okay, Grandpa. Whatever you say. Cliff just seems to be mildly delusional in believing that there's a possibility that a Cliff could want to take him. Cliff thinks Jackson will take it. I see 0 chance in that happening, but that's kind of where we're standing at this moment. And I agree. There is 0 chance that Cliff is winning this game. I really don't see it. Who would I choose between Nicole and Cliff? Who would I choose as the winner between Nicole and Cliff? Nicole? That can't be a real question. Or do you mean if I was Jackson or Holly, who would I pick to bring between the two of them? I guess if I was... It doesn't matter. If I was either one of them, I would bring Cliff. Doesn't matter. If I was Holly or Jackson trying to win this game, I would bring Cliff. I'm not going to bring the person that just won all of these competitions, took out the season's twist, won the doubles, saved her alliance member, the one that everybody loves, the one that you're aware production loves. That is not who I am bringing with me. I am bringing Cliff if I am Nicole or Jackson to try and win the game. Plus you can beat him in a physical comp easier, and he may or not be great at the mental part. Completely stupid on their end for wanting to get rid of Cliff here, by the way. Totally stupid. Absolutely. How you went from making up a lie to manipulate flawlessly to get you two to remain together, and then what you're gonna do is send out your easiest chance to win. And don't give me the bullshit of I'm gonna play the honest and I'm gonna play this with integrity and respect, because you just made up a big lie to get her to stay. So no, you're not. Take the easy route. You take the easy route, you bring Cliff, you get rid of Nicole if you're trying to win Jackson or Holly. Now you're gonna sit up there and be like, I was more loyal to Holly, to Nicole than Cliff. No, you weren't. You weren't at all. It's a game. What you gonna do? Exactly. Now, that being said, I know you guys want to talk more, but we're at a standstill. That's literally the most important things that you guys need to know going into this POV. Of course, when the POV is over, our live feed updaters will be bringing you the play-by-play over on Twitter, so make sure you're following them at BB21 Live Feeds. If you can't get to Twitter, you need a new iPhone, and I heard they just came out. But you can check our website, yourrealityrecaps.com/BB21. The spoiler graphic is like halfway down the page. You just click it, it'll pop up and let you know the current house standings and who the winners are. Now, I'm not going anywhere, TV Co Chat. I am just ending the show for the people that are watching it back. So just sit tight. We will have a little after show. After I remind everyone, you can check out all of our content on our website, yourrealityrecaps.com, not just for Big Brother, but for all the shows we cover, Amazing Race, Survivor, etc., etc. 10 years of coverage over there. Go check them all out, as well as 12 years of Big Brother coverage, so go enjoy it. Of course, like I said, we are live right now on TV Co, so make sure you follow us there. We will be live on YouNow later tonight, so make sure you follow us there as well. 2 places we are live every day. And of course, if you want to help support our shows, consider becoming a patron. You get access to the patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways, weekly shows, the after shows with the BB20 house guests at the end of the season, and just a ton. That's a great way to help financially support our shows. Of course, you can always do one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal, or use our Amazon link if you have any Amazon shopping to do. But if you're a horrible, horrible person that doesn't care, like Maximus' mom, you could always just share the shows. That's free. Share them on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or wherever you want to share them. Share them, put them in places where they're not, that you think people might enjoy them. Tell a family member, tell a friend. Share our shows, and comment below. Let me know if you agree or disagree. I will see all of you later tonight on the next show, or in 20 seconds after this. Bye.